Good afternoon and welcome, everybody. My name is Daryl Thomas. I'm the Managing Director of the regulatory businesses within Science Group, Leatherhead Food Research being one and TSG Consulting being the other that focuses on regulatory support to the chemical industry. I'd like to welcome you all to the 17th year of events such as this, currently called Regulatory Day, but it's had different formats in the past. From 2005 to 16, we had separate UK and US versions called Regulatory Network Day, and from 2016 it was referred to as Members Day. But it's various guises. This is the 17th year of these gatherings. This year, we are able to reach a global audience and have a single forum because of technology advancement, and we're using a platform today called Remo. Remo is a virtual meeting platform, and it allows us to have you all globally dial into the same event, and we can present to you both content and provide an opportunity to network both with the Leatherhead team and with yourselves as industry peers. You'll get a walkthrough demonstration of how to use the Remo technology after this introduction. Before I start, I'd just like to give a word from our sponsors. Leatherhead Food Research is part of Science Group. Science Group has broadly three divisions: regulatory consulting that operates under the brand Sagentia Innovation, regulatory and compliance, which houses both Leatherhead Food Research and TSG. Those are the two businesses that I have the pleasure to run, and Frontier Smart Technologies, which provide technologies for digital and smart radio. Together, we aggregate to about 73 million. So we're a good size of company listed on one of the UK stock exchanges, the AIM. We have about 400 plus people, 25% of which have PhDs, so very much a science-based company operating across 12 offices with 30 plus languages and two huge research and R&D facilities, one in Epsom in Surrey, UK, and the other in Harston near Cambridge, UK. Why I've put this up is that Leatherhead have full access to group resources, and any additional skills that are required, language skills, toxicologists from TSG, food chemists from Sagentia Innovation, Leatherhead Food Research can access that. So our group collective expertise is far greater than just the Leatherhead Food Research team. Leatherhead Food Research itself, it's been around for a long time, as most of you know, for over 100 years. And its trusted and independent knowledge base for the food and beverage community has built a reputation of long-standing. You as our members typically trust our advice of our food scientists and regulatory affairs professionals across the 150 countries that we provide service for. Our business lines are global regulatory affairs, analytical science, cooking instructions, and membership services, working, as I've mentioned, from two R&D centres, mainly in Epsom, but also utilising the facility near Cambridge, covering about 500 food and beverage projects a year in 30 plus languages in about 150 territories. To clarify, Leatherhead Food Research mainly support on compliance projects, but we also have capability and active projects in outlooks, which would include horizon scanning, concepts and claims, and dossiers for new and novel food ingredients. Our coverage is broad. You can see from this map, which by the way you will receive after the meeting, so you don't need to take a replication of this, you'll get it. The markets marked in dark blue are where we have full coverage. In light blue, where we have what we call restricted coverage, which we do projects on a case-by-case basis based on the scope and the ability to get out information to service that project, and countries where we have no coverage. where we just historically haven't been able to extract enough information to meet clients' needs. Now, our membership services, just to remind you what you all have access to, which is on-demand access to both expertise, information, and insight. Under expertise, you can use the helpline and establish projects either on an on-demand basis or on a project format. You have access to information, including daily food news, global legal highlights, and members digest, and access to insight through webinars, white papers, and meetings such as this. The benefits to you are the access to a broad, diverse team of highly skilled food and beverage consultants and professionals, and an independent perspective to challenge thinking. Our ability to focus on what matters to you is our key differentiator. A process reminder, renewals for January to December will be sent out by the beginning of October, so please expect that in your inbox. Now, the agenda for today, the technology allows us to be a bit differential. So we have 3 plenary sessions, a plenary session on the impact of the nutrition and health agenda on regulations, a plenary session on the Great Britain's food and beverage regulation and EU-UK trade and cooperation agreement, and a plenary session on food and beverage sustainability claims later. In between those, there's 2 topical discussions where you will join tables to discuss with your industry peers and the Leatherhead team particular topics based on your interest. They'll be identified on each table, so you'll be drawn to the one that interests you the most. And at the tip and the tail of the meeting, there'll be networking sessions using the technologies that's available to us. You will network with the Leatherhead team and your industry peers in the next session and at the very end of the meeting. So what remains for me is to introduce you to Menna Thomas. I'm literally going to give up my seat. Menna is no relation to me. That's a total coincidence. She's the marketing manager for Leatherhead Food Science and has put in a lot of effort together with the membership team to bring this agenda and functionality to you today, and I appreciate that and thank them all for that. So on that note, Menna's going to explain the technology to you right now and then move into the first networking session. Menna, over to you.
Thank you very much, Daryl, and welcome everybody. So I will just talk you through how to use the Remo system, just in case any of you didn't have a chance to read through any of the instructions that we sent through or join one of our preparation sessions. So as you can see on my slide, this is a capture of the room, and there are plenty of different tables. Some of them have got 8 seats, some of them 4, some of them 2 seats. If you'd like to move to different seats at different tables, all you need to do is simply double click on a table which has a free seat, and that will move your icon over to that seat and you will join that conversation. So for each table, there is a video call and also a chat. So make sure to have your camera turned on and your microphone turned on using the buttons in your control panel on the bottom of the screen. When you move from different tables, you will start a new video chat with only the people within that table. So if you want to have a conversation with just, say, 1 or 2 or 3 other people, you can join maybe a 2-person table where only 2 people can take part. When you're in these video calls, a useful function is the tile view. So on your control panel, you'll see a button that says tile view. If you click that, then all of the video chat should pop up to a larger box, and it'll be easier to see who you're networking with. If you need to leave the event at any point, you can click the Quit Event button, and you can also rejoin using the hyperlink that you joined with originally. And just while I'm on this slide as well, on each floor there is a help desk. So if you're having any technical issues, you're more than welcome to attend the help desk up in the right-hand corner, and one of the team will be there to help you. So today we've got 3 floors, floors 1 to 3, and you can move freely between those floors, assuming that the floor isn't full already. So to move between floors, you click on one of the blue buttons on the left-hand side. You can see your elevator button, which is a white rectangle. There are numbers up to 10, but we're only using 3 of the floors today. If you're not sure which floor you're on, the floor that you're currently on is highlighted in blue. Next up is viewing people's business cards. So if you would like to see someone's business card, which they should have filled out in their profile, you can click on their avatar, which will be either a picture of themselves or possibly their initials, and a white box should pop up, and that should have their name and their job title and the company they work for, as well as their LinkedIn profile if they've linked it up as well. If you still need to fill out these details, then once we go back to the floor view, you should see in the top right-hand corner, there is a circle with either your picture in or your initials. If you click on there, there will be a button that says My Profile, and you can update it there, and you can update that throughout the day. So finally, we have the chat function. So there's 3 chats that you can use today. We have the general chat, and that is a chat that everybody in Regulatory Day can contribute to and to view. And next up, there is the table chat. So this is a specific chat for whichever table you are on at that time. So if you move to table 4, you'll be part of the table 4 chat. Move to table 6, you'll be part of the table 6 chat. And that chat is only viewable for the people who are on that table at that time. And finally, if you want to send a private message to one of the attendees, you can search them in the search box at the top and send them a private message, which will only go to them. Right, I don't think there's anything else I need to cover apart from I'd really encourage you to have your microphones on and your cameras on when we're in the networking modes. It really does help with the conversations and to make it feel a little bit more like real life and in person. Okay, now we're going to move on to the speed networking. So the speed networking session will be until 1:20 this afternoon, and what we'll do is that we'll have very short sessions for you to meet your colleagues and other members and Leatherhead staff. So every 5 minutes we'll shuffle everyone up, so you will be automatically moved to a different seat. And that will be every 5 minutes. And when we shuffle you, I'll also post an icebreaker question. This is just something not particularly formal, but it'll just help with introductions. And feel free not to answer those questions, but it's just a suggestion. And just to reiterate, make sure you put your camera on and your microphone is on. And if you have any questions or any problems, head up to the help desk and they should be able to help you.